An eclipse happens when the earth comes between the sun and the moon. Okay, depending upon which side we are looking at, we will either have a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse. Okay, so technically at all times the moon is absorbing the rays of the sun. So the sun and the moon, being the two luminaries, are constantly pulling energy from being connected energetically to each other. So when the earth comes in the middle, both these luminaries are sending their entire power to the earth. You get it? It's a very, very powerful time. Now, the moon controls all the water frequencies. That's why you've heard that the sea waves go on high tide and low tide according to the moon cycles. Okay? The human body is made up of 80% water, hence the influence of the moon on us is very strong. Okay? The moon controls the mind. For certain people, when the moon is coming towards a full moon, they can have huge mental blocks, or you can say challenges, mind challenges, because the control of the moon on their mind is so strong. How they're using it, how they're converting it, influences and affects them. Okay? If the theory of the werewolves have to be believed, then you know that they turn into wolves when the moon is full. And it's very common, the knowledge that the wolves howl at the full moon. So the power of the moon is, as you understood, very strong on our emotional and spiritual body. Okay, and the water body that we have. But now for our growth, we need the sun. Okay, so the sun is also very, very important for us. Without the sun, means our body automatically absorbs vitamin D from sunlight. We need the sun to grow. Everything on earth grows because of the sunshine, and we, let's say, take in sunlight into our bodies through all the vegetables, through all the things that we eat, plus of course directly being in the sun. And without the sun, our existence would become zero. So during an eclipse, when the earth is bucked itself between these two luminaries, they are both shooting their maximum power to earth. Usually it is deflected glory. The moon and the sun are connected and they deflect their light to the earth. Now what's happening is we are in between the sun and the moon and we're getting the direct impact. Okay, so like I said, the sun influences certain things in our body. All our organs remain healthy if we are in the sun. You know, that's why sunbathing became popular. Then later on people just took it that they are tanning themselves. That's all rubbish. Basically we need to be in the sun at least for a short while for our bodies to let's say rejuvenate and reconnect. So our whole body absorbs the sun in different manners, and our organs work better if we are in the sun at least for some part of the day. So during an eclipse, what's happening is we're getting all this power directly. Yes. Yes, Rachel.
How is it different when the moon comes between the sun and the earth?
Whatever comes wherever. You see, the point is that during an eclipse, the earth is receiving a direct blast of energies. Hence, all the people existing on the earth are receiving double the energy, triple the energy, whatever you may call it. So during the eclipse, we are able to break the patterns that we have formed in our minds much more easily. Okay? So we are creatures of emotional patterns. Alright? And we can break these patterns that exist within us if we can connect ourselves in totality during this eclipse. You get it? It's that short period of the eclipse that's a big window. Everybody keeps asking me, how can I dissolve these emotional patterns that exist within me? How can I release myself from this habit? How can I overcome my emotions? How can I strengthen my mind? So if you truly want to control yourself or to surrender yourself to your soul self, okay? If you want to empower your soul and disconnect from your ego, then the period of the eclipse gives you that opportunity. Okay? I have seen people change who have totally in surrender chanted. That's why I said it has to come from your heart, that I want to break this connection. I would like to set myself free from my habit pattern of anger, from my habit pattern of fear, from my habit pattern of, going into depression, from my habit pattern of constantly being negative towards myself. So we are locked into these patterns. These patterns are frames. Just like we put frames around paintings, we have framed ourselves in these patterns. The eclipse gives us an opportunity to step out of these frames. Okay? But it only happens when we are totally in surrender mode and we believe in it. The belief has to be there that I would like to step out of this pattern and I'm going to walk out of it. I'm going to chant to that point that I make the connection happen between my mind, body and soul. So it's, what do you have to do? You have to take your mind and your body, conquer both and connect them to your soul. So it has to disconnect from the ego and get connected to the soul. So the ego has to dissolve and the soul has to connect. And it happens, and I've seen it happen during eclipse. But till now, I've been telling people, because I can see the changes in people, I tell them, no, it's eclipse, sit down and chant, sit down and chant. And then I realized, if I'm telling you to chant and y'all don't want to chant, y'all are just doing it because I've said it, it doesn't work.
Because we don't know why we chant.
Yeah, y'all don't believe in it, you'll just believe, oh man, Guruji wants to punish us, wants to make us chant for 5 hours. I don't want to do it. Yesterday, Timur was the one who came up. Means I just learned about the eclipse yesterday after Gary left. Rajeshwari came on and said, Guruji, it's eclipse, what do you want us to do? And Timur went into, we want to chant. So that's how chanting happened yesterday. It was very spontaneous. But like I'm saying,
and then he slept through most of the chant.
On his feet even.
yes, while I told him, stand. So I was looking at them, that then if you have taken this opportunity and I'm sitting here, then use the opportunity. Surrender. Come into the surrender mode and break the pattern. But it was, like I said, if I energetically look at everybody, I did the best job out of everyone. Of course, you do get credits if you chant during the eclipse. So, it's like building up your karmic credit. If you chant during the eclipse, you get credits. So you build up a bank balance.
Yay!
You can collect. Huh?
Extreme karma.
Yes.
Yeah, we
You
collected
can-
karma
you can
yesterday.
collect karmic credit during this time, but don't do it to collect karmic credit, do it to make the change. And come from the heart that yes, I would like to become a better person, a more enlightened person. I give up my anger, I give up my fears, I give up all my attachments and all my limitations that are blocking me from becoming one with my soul. And then chant. And chant with the enthusiasm, with the freedom, with the surrender of knowing that I just want to be one with my soul. So even though I'm explaining that these are the benefits, don't look towards the benefits. Look towards the union between you and your soul, which you can achieve if you become totally surrendered and somehow, like they show the science experiment that you take a piece of glass and you collect the sun rays to it and then you put it on some dried leaves and you can have fire. So it's that sort of a connection, the patience required, that the beam of sunlight going through your glass, it becomes strong enough to set those leaves on fire. So like that, collect the beams of the sun and the moon and radiate them through yourself to that point that you have dissolved everything that is, every pattern that you're holding that is blocking you from becoming one with your soul. So have just one focus. I'd like to become one with my soul. And it's possible during eclipse. Okay, I've just explained to you the energies totally switch on earth during the eclipse and they become really empowered and powerful. And you can make this happen if you want to. Your determination, what shall I say, your determination, your perseverance, your commitment to yourself can make that happen. I can't make it happen by saying, hey you, chant, chant, chant. I'm tired. I got after their tails. I'll smack you, I'll shoot you.
I heard it before.
But it's like, I'm not the beneficiary. Y'all will be the beneficiaries. So I'm just like that school headmistress who knows that it is in your best interest to study, so you get punished if you're doing this or doing that, and kids believe that being mischievous is fun, and the teachers believe that be straight and study, it is for your benefit. So that is the story here again. So I was being the teacher and these were being the mischievous kids. And they were giving me the trial of falling asleep on me ever so often and me getting after them, wake up, wake up, wake up. So then I decided, no, wrong. I released the necessity to be that kind of a teacher. I explained to you now take it or leave it. If you fall asleep, I shall let you sleep. If you stay awake, I shall assist you to get there. How's that?